Lesson 4-3, write function rules. So a function rule is just the rule that tells you what's happening in a function. A function table can help you with that because a function table shows how the independent variable, which is your x-coordinate, is affected to find the dependent variable, which is your y-coordinate. So here, up here, is actually the rule. If I put any number I put in for x, I have to multiply it by 2 and then add 3 to it. And then it tells us our x values here and what the outcome would be, our y values there. And that gives you an ordered pair in the end. So let's take a look at an example. See, we need to write a function rule for the given situation. It says Michael is going on a 2-week vacation. Since he cannot bring his dog on the trip, he decides to hire a dog sitter. A local pet shop charges $3 per hour for home dog sitting services, plus a basic 2-week fee of $50. How can Michael determine the cost of the dog sitting services? So I want my rule to be in f of x equaling, and I'm going to do mx plus b. So f of x is going to be our hours, equaling how much does he charge per hour? $3 per hour. And then there's a fee that you have to pay, the 2-week fee, which is $50. So you're starting at $50 no matter what for every 2-week period that you need. And then it's $3 per hour on top of that. So that would be our rule for this situation. Next, the total distance d traveled after h hours at a constant rate of 55 miles per hour. So this is like saying distance equals rate times time. So I'm going to do d of h equals, and the rate is 55 miles per hour, so 55h. That would be our rule. So it's just 55 miles per hour for however many hours it takes you that you're going that a certain distance. Next, the perimeter P of an equilateral triangle when you know the length S of a side. Now, an equilateral triangle has equal sides. So if the side length of a triangle is S, and I have 4 sides of it, I can do 4S, and this would be P of S. So that's like f of s, p of s. So the perimeter of the side is going to be 4 times the side length. Next, Janet has joined a gym. By contract, she pays a one-time membership fee of $100 and $60 per month for as long as she remains a member. So this would be f of x equaling, so it's $60 per month, so 60x, plus you have a membership fee of $100 that you have to pay no matter what. So our function rule would be f of x equaling 60x plus 100. Now our last part is they give us a function and they tell us what independent variables to use. We want to find out the output, which is our dependent variable. So if I put -2 in for x, -2 times 2 is -4. -4 minus 11, or net minus 7 is -11. 2 times -1 is -2, minus 7 is -9. 2 times 0 is 0, minus 7 is -7. And 1 times 2 is 2, minus 7 is -5. This last one, if I put 2 in there, that's going to give us -3. Now you should notice that the f of x is decreasing or increasing by 2 every time. Why is that? Because the slope is actually 2. Now this next one, C of m equals 20 plus 3.5m. Now to make this a little bit easier, I'm going to show you how you can do this all on your calculator. So if I go to the y equals, so you're going to use this as you're going to graph a linear function or any function. Here I'm going to put the function in there, which is 20 plus 3.5 and I'm going to use x instead of m. Now if I hit second graph, I have a table of values, and I need to go all the way to -2. Now you can see over here I have my y values for the numbers I'm looking for. So I would have 13, and then if I go back, I got 16.5 and then 20. And then I would have 23.5 and 27. And then if I were to do this next one, all I would have to do is just change the function. So this would be 6x plus 55. And let me delete this other part. And then if I hit second graph, I can now see my answers. So 40, 43, 49, 55, 61. And I'm really just adding 6 each time. So 49 plus 6 is 55. And then this would be 61. And 61 plus 6 is 67. But just verify that. There we have that. So that's our lesson on writing function rules.